Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this is going to be for the sign of Libra. This is going to be for the end of March through mid-April 2018. I always tell you guys to check your moon, rising, and even your Venus for additional messages if all of these are in fact not resonating with you. I tell more of a story than anything, so if there's a break in the storyline that's not resonating with you, that's okay. That's just meant for somebody else. There should be an iCard around here somewhere if you're needing to get a hold of me, or if you click on there, it'll walk you through my services and give you the instructions on how to do so. And I will be closing this reading out with the Romance Angel cards to give you guys some additional guidance for this reading. So let's see what is going on here for the sign of Libra. This is for the end of March through mid-April 2018. Also, this can be relevant for cross-watchers. So if you're dealing with a Libra and you're cross-watching for a Libra and the storyline is making sense to you, that's due to the fact that you're connected to a Libra. And the reading would also be for you then. Any cards that flip out as I'm sorting are relevant. They reign the most significance, put it that way. So the Six of Clubs here. This indicates communication coming in and or communication going out. This is communication in order to resolve problems. This can be through email. This can be through social media, anything of that nature. This card can also indicate, movement, moving to a new home, anything of that nature. So we'll see where it comes out on the grid because it can change meaning depending on the cards that fall next to it. So let's see. But that card flipped out, so it is significant to your reading here. So the first card out we have is the Seven of Hearts. The Seven of Hearts is healing, steady improvements after what it's showing me here, a time of feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation. So let's see. I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. Healing after a time of feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation. Karmic completion, communication. There's your Six of Clubs. So there's some sort of communication coming in after a time of not having communication. And what it's showing me here is that this was due to a third-party situation. I now have water here, and I also have the sign of Gemini in the upside-down position. So there's definitely a major ending to something here in regards to an air sign is what it's showing me. I have a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here and a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. But what it's showing me is that there's a new beginning and a new phase of life. There's a need here for this new beginning. Now, it's showing me that there's healing here and a happy surprise coming with some sort of truth. If you, Libra, are dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and there's been a lack of progression and a setback here in regards to communication or, truth and feelings, it's showing me here that if the third party situation is dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, another air energy, this could also be your energy, but what it's showing me here is that there is a truth to a situation. There's definitely a third party, okay? The third party could also be water. But there is some sort of restriction here in regards to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy and a new beginning. It's based off of this third party because what it's showing me here is that others' wishes and desires are affecting this new beginning. But the fact of the matter is that there's going to be some sort of communication in regards to some sort of truth. Because the lack of progression in the serious setback here is due to third parties. And there's some sort of major ending that's coming here. Either this is for you and you're having a major ending here with either water or earth. Because you feel restricted. You want a new beginning here, but you can't get to your new beginning because you feel restricted in this relationship. This is ending. And or if you are dealing with a third party, and you're the singular, so to speak, Libra, and you're dealing with this other energy, there's a third party involvement here. what it's showing me is that if there has been any lack of progression and setback in any sort of communication coming from this person, it's showing me it's due to some sort of restrictions, and those restrictions are surrounding others' wishes and desires and financial stability. So it's like the truth is that the third party, opposite of, you know, if you're dealing with somebody who has another person, specifically they could be air, could be water. The issue is this new beginning is, it's like something has to end here in the third party, and what needs to end is being truthful, fair, and honest with our feelings, but it's like there's some sort of financial restriction here. There's a happy surprise and healing after a time of feeling fenced in and sick and tired of an unhealthy situation, because what I'm being shown here is it's due to some sort of lack of communication. That communication comes in, and you find out that it's showing me here that there's some sort of communication, and this communication happens. You find out that there's a major ending approaching because they have some sort of plan put into place. But the issue is their stability and finances. So it's like if they're leaving a situation or you're leaving a situation and you're dealing with this third party, you're wanting a new beginning with this person, but it's like you can't get to that new beginning because there's some sort of restriction here. There's some sort of communication about this restriction being financial. This is financial freedom. The last card out here is financial independence. So if you're dealing with somebody who's specifically dealing with a Gemini, and or you are, you know, dealing with a Gemini and you feel restricted with this person, it's due to some sort of financial stability. It's due to, you know, it's like you want a new beginning here, but you have to end something first to get to the new beginning. And it's showing me that it's due to a third-party situation. Lack of communication, jealousy, possessiveness. This also indicates, you know, money, government. It could be social services. It could be things of that nature. But what this is showing me is that if there is lack of communication with this person, it's due to the fact that there's something going on financially here. Separation causing a lot of pain, loneliness, and depression, and there's worry and anxiety over this. This is Seth the Bringers of Storms and Conflict also, meaning what it's showing me here is that you're needing to cut somebody out of your life, and or this third party, you know, if they're not communicating with you, I'm being shown it's not because of the feelings, it's because something needs to end here, and it's approaching an end, whether you're ending it with this person or the person opposite of you who you want this new beginning with needs to end this third party situation. That's where some worry and anxiety is surrounding, because they could have cut you out and you have this worry and anxiety, but they didn't cut you out because the feelings aren't real. They cut you out because there is some sort of finances, definitely showing me financial issues here, okay? Large sum of money, needing financial independence, but it's showing me that there's going to be financial freedom, but worry and anxiety either over cutting someone out of our life and or if you were cut out. I'm being shown there's healing here. Yeah. Coming into union, wanting this relationship, but needing to complete this karmic cycle first, and it's showing me that communication is coming in about this. Bit of good news. This also indicates this is part of the process, the plan. Time and energy being given freely, coming into union after a time of not being in communication. Yeah, listen, you got victory, steps being taken forward, efforts rewarded. Bottom of the deck, by no coincidence whatsoever, we have the Six of Spades. The Six of Spades is a complete ending to no return, moving to a new home. You know, movement here for certain. And the feelings are in fact mutual, but because we need to take action and change in our social standing is why we're feeling at these lower levels here, this unrequited love, which we know is lack of love of self. The reason that the Five of Clubs is in the upside down is because there needs to be action taken on this, which is showing me, you know, there's a healing movement here in the beginning about a truth and a new beginning. But that communication is then coming in towards, you know, it's showing me, it could be like the beginning of April, around the 6th of April is what it's showing me here. You could be getting some sort of communication that this third party situation is ending, and or you're ending it around that time. Because this indicates business moves, business travels, ambition in order to achieve success. You may need to move for work, due to this situation ending, and or someone else does. But here comes Cupid, the bringer of loving messages, because they want this reconciliation, and this is your energy here. You could definitely be dealing with an earth energy, and wanting to come into a union with this person, and it's showing that that's going to happen, but this person may be carefully evaluating before taking action, and or you are, due to the distance here. This indicates, this person could live at a distance, and or this is just part of the journey. So it's like something is coming to a complete end, okay? The feelings are mutual, but there needs to be action and change in the social standing first, meaning that third party has to be removed. That's what it's showing me is taking place at this time, but the reason for any sort of lack of communication and communication coming in will, so to speak, clarify that it was more about how financially getting out of this strategically was going to work in order to move forward. That's what it's showing me, okay? So Libra, let's get you a few romance angel cards here. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Libra, end of March through mid-April 2018. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Again, clarifying. You've already met the person, and there's a new path available. You know who the person is, and there is a new path coming in here. It's either you're needing to make this decision, and you already know what you want to do. Like, that's not even a question. And you know who this other person is as the third party, because that's the person you want to move towards. And this could be for crosswatcher too, but it's like that situation has to end first. It can't be brought onto the new path. Listen, I can't make this crop up. Separation. This literally fell out across these two cards. You're in separation from this person that you know is the one, and you're in separation from this person on this new path. And the reason being is because you're needing to separate yourself. You're needing to free yourself and take back control of your life here. That's at the bottom of the deck right now. But it's like, you already know this, and listen, you're needing to separate yourself from this codependent relationship, and or the opposite of you, who's in this third party situation, they're needing to get out of this codependent relationship, and or due to the fact that you're in separation from this person, you're falling to these lower level energies, and that's not necessary. Addictions to bad thoughts, addictions to bad relationships, addictions to substances. Just because you're in separation from this person and or you need to make a decision, don't allow your consciousness to become fogged. Because, if this person, this third party, is not removed from the other person's life as of yet, it's showing me here that that's going to take place. But it has nothing to do with the feelings not being real. It has to do with the fact that there's something financially going on there, or it's going on with you, and removing it's like, don't focus there because you're not feeling good where you are if you're sticking yourself there. It's like, don't worry about the financial situation. Just start taking the steps towards removing yourself from a situation that feels miserable. The money will just flow in order to help you to do so. Attraction. Law of attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Law of attraction. What are you thinking about? What are you focusing on? How are you feeling? If you're feeling imbalanced, it's because you're thinking about something that you don't want to even really be thinking about, but you can't get that thought out of your head because it's bothering you. Right? Right. So it's like, you know what you want. You have to focus on what it is that you want, and it has to be in alignment with the desire, but you have to start taking certain actions so that you can get onto this new path. And if this is the other person, this is what they're needing to be doing. Right? Right. Because you know what? You do deserve love. You are lovable. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic connection. Yes, you know this. So it's very soon, clearly deciding what it is that you want so that it comes to you now. allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy, because this is in fact part of the path, and expressions of love to the person who you do in fact know is a true love is what is showing me is coming in that communication. But the only reason that you're in this like separation at this time is because of that codependent partnership, and or this is you needing to remove that codependent partnership, right? That's what it's showing me. Let me know. Okay, if you need me, I card around here somewhere. And this was for Libra for the end of March through mid-April 2018. I love you. Bye.